Yeah.
Say that again. So tell me about like in this, you were mentioning how you feel now that you've come to the end of your master's program.
Yes. So I would say at the end of my master's program, I have a renewed sense of confidence in the discussions that I'm able to have both as a teacher and as a teacher leader, because now I have theories to bolster my ideas to, whereas before maybe it was just me speaking from intuition or instinct, which is certainly important, but it always helps to have some evidence and some authors to back up what you're suggesting. Oh, you're muted.
Thank you. So what would you say, like, how did you enter in to the licensure to master's program, like as a person who wanted to become a licensed teacher,
Mhm,
and now somebody who's exiting the program basically as a practitioner scholar?
mhm. Do you mean like back in 2012 as
Yeah,
the GM?
yeah. Like, what's that arc for you?
Yeah, that's such a great question. Oh, geez. Well, I would say like, one difference is right now this particular program allows so much freedom for me to choose what I wanted to study and the methodology I wanted to design. Whereas in the LTM program, it was more of like, here's the theorist from the canon that, all teachers should know. Whereas now I was able to really curtail it to my interests in my school setting. And I think, as research and the literature says, is like, student teacher researchers, they need to do things within the context, like it can't be separate. So I think that's probably the greatest arc of learning.
And what would you say, like, because I know one of the things that's always been characteristic of you is your deep connection to your students and your
Mm,
deep empowerment of them
mhm.
as nascent readers, writers, literary critics, etc. What do you see in them now as evidence of like your ability, but as it shows up in them?
Mhm. Oh my goodness. I see so much. I see them, and this really comes from Dr. McMurtry. She really helped me see this of like being able to co-construct what the learning experience should look like. And that takes off pressure from me, from my colleagues of like, listen, we don't have to enter in and like have this scripted out. Like just let things happen as they happen and be responsive. In fact, this anti-racist tool that I got from another facilitating thing that I did at Kerman says that one way to become an anti-racist is like, do you pause and have those conversations when they just spontaneously come up? And I think as a new teacher, maybe due to a lack of confidence, I would always want to follow the script, but now it's like, that's not how you actively listen. Like you need to respond to whatever's right in front of you. And I think we've had great teachers in this program, including yourself, who've really instilled that and given me something to emulate in terms of like my animation and style and confidence.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for that. I was certainly not
Mhm.
fishing for compliments, but
Oh,
it's interesting. I'm going to stop recording here because I was thinking